Howdy, boys and girls. Welcome to Crafty Corner with Miss Lisa at the Fayette County Public Library. I really miss you guys with all the programs that I do here, and with us just doing curbside right now, we just can't have programs for you all. So we have decided to do a craft every week on Wednesday at 2 o'clock. Now, some of you used to always come on Wednesday to come and see me to do makerspace or to paint. So I'm hoping that you will get together the craft items that you need and build along with me here at the Crafty Corner. Well, today we are going to be making a really cute unicorn. This is the one that I've already made, and so today we're going to make a pink one. Now, if you go to our web page, there is a link to the template that gives you all of the pieces of the unicorn. So you should be able to, with the help of mom or dad, print out something that looks just like this at home. So you will have all your pieces. Now, the other part that you need to create this craft is a tube. Now, I thought originally that a toilet paper tube was going to work, but as you can see, it's way too short and all the pieces would not fit on it. So you can do a couple of things. One, you can get a paper towel tube and cut it down. You need about a 7-inch tube. So you could cut it down, or you could put two little ones together and tape it around so that you have the right height of the tube for our unicorn. Now, the reason we're doing unicorns today, boys and girls, is that our summer reading program is called Imagine Your Story. So it's all about the fairy tales. And what better way to start off but with the most fanciful, imaginative creature in our fairy tales, which is the unicorn, because it's not a real thing. So whatever you color, it will be just fine. So we're going to be doing some other fairy tale type activities on the following Wednesdays at 2 o'clock. So please come and meet me here at the Crafty Corner to make some crafts that have to do with fairy tales. Well, let's continue on with our unicorn. I have also painted my tube. Now, you can do it without painting your tube, but as you can see from my first example that I made, it's definitely not as cute as if you paint his body. So I have painted several tubes. You can see back here I have blues and pink tubes here for you to come and pick up. So if you would like a tube that's already painted, boys and girls, just call us at the library and we'll get a packet ready for you. Your mom can drive up and I will bring it out to you so you can make your own unicorn at home. Now, it's only first come, first serve because I only have a few of them, but we did want to offer that option to you if you want to make your unicorn at home and you don't have the paint to paint the tube. I have pinks and blues. So you just tell me what you want and we'll give it to you. The other things that you need to make your unicorn are a pair of scissors. You need some glue, and I would prefer the white glue over the glue stick, especially since you're painting on a cardboard tube, and colored pencils. Now, you can use crayons or markers if you like, whatever you have at home to color with. So let's go ahead and get started on our little cute unicorn. We're going to make the pink one today, like I said. And so you're going to need your template and you're going to want to color it. Now, boys and girls, when you color and you know you're going to cut something out, you don't necessarily even have to stay in the lines. You can see here on my heart, I scribbled right outside the lines. It sort of helps keep the heart nice and dark and pretty looking, so you don't have to do that. And so because we're going to cut out all the pieces, you don't necessarily have to stay in the lines. And even up here, I even tried to couple different colors to see what I thought would go good together. And so this is what your first step is, to go ahead and get it all colored. The second step for making your unicorn is to use your scissors and to cut out. Now, boys and girls, when I cut out, I like to cut out right near that black line so the black line still shows. It sort of just gives an outline to all the pieces of your unicorn. So you're going to want to cut it all out. And as you can see here on the table, I already have all my pieces cut out. So to make our unicorn, you need his heart, which we're going to glue right here in just a minute. You need his 4 little paws and hooves. You need his beautiful face with a smile. And boys and girls, these are actually his nostrils, not his eyes. I sort of thought that was sort of funny that he's got that on there. You're going to need a horn, of course, because it's a unicorn. We need some ears and some hair, and I also have his eyes. So all of our pieces are cut out and ready to go. The first step that you're going to want to do in gluing your unicorn onto your tube is to glue the heart. You're going to want to go about 1 inch up from the bottom and glue it right there. Now, boys and girls, I know from teaching school that a lot of you have trouble using glue. Please do not just squeeze a whole bunch of glue right in the middle of the piece of paper. I want you to scribble the glue on the back of each of these pieces of paper so that you get nice thin lines, and then attach it to your tube. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope that you will be able to do this at home as well. So we're going to scribble the glue on the back of this heart. You know, you do want to get the edges, but you don't want any big globs at all. Okay? So once you have that glue on there, you're going to pick it up and you're going to put it on the tube about 1 inch up. And you're going to want to press it down. There you go. So now we have our very first step. The second step is to glue his feet on. Now the big feet, you have 2 sizes. You have the big feet and the little feet. The big feet are going to go near the bottom, and the littler feet near the top. So you're going to want to overlap the little foot on the heart just a little bit. So, and again, what we're going to do is put the glue on the back of the paper and press it down right there. Sometimes you have to hold it for 2 or 3 seconds, and that's fine. Press it down so it doesn't curl. Okay, there's one big foot. And here comes our second foot. We're just going to glue it right there. Might need to slide that over a little bit, or he's just going to have his feet sort of close together today. All right. Now the other feet, more like his hands, are going to be holding the heart at the top. So it's going to go toward the back of the tube. So again, you're just going to want to scribble that glue. You don't want glue oozing out all over. So you're going to lay that foot right there. Okay. And we got to get our second one. Now, boys and girls, if you make this at home, will you please show us, take a picture of it and put it on Facebook so that we can see what kind of unicorns you've made. And of course, you don't have to have pink and blue. You could do a yellow one, you could do a purple one, or a green one. Let your imagination go crazy. That's what our whole summer reading is about, is imagine your story. All right, so now once you have that, the next thing to put on is his face. So you're going to want to have a little bit of a gap between the heart and where his face is. You're going to want to make sure you have enough room for the eyes. So do not slide this all the way to the top, or there will not be a place for his eyes. So we're going to squibble the glue on again and put that evenly right there above the heart. All right. So there we have his face. Now you have eyes on your template, and the white section of the eye is going to go at the top. So again, you just need a tiny little dot. If you put too much glue on there, boys and girls, it's going to squeeze out all over the place, and then the paint might get off on you, or it just makes more of a mess. So he starts to look more alive once we get the eyes on, doesn't he? Now, I've never really been good at naming unicorns, so maybe if you guys are watching, you might want to name my unicorns for me. All right, and then actually I'm going to slide his eyes down just a little bit, because you know what? We have to have room for his hair. Yes, we have lots of hair here. So this cool piece of tuft of hair is going to go right here. Oh, it looks like he's going to have some bangs today. Now, with this, you are going to want the hair to hang off the side of the tube. So boys and girls, don't put glue on the whole back side. There's no reason to do that. Just put a little glue here at the bottom. And then you're going to glue it right above his eyes. Yep, you don't want to cover his eyes too much. Looks like he's going to be a little shaggy today. All right, so you don't have to glue the top part. Okay, you only need a little glue right there so that hangs off the side. He's starting to look really cute, isn't he? All right, we're going to save the other pieces of hair for later. The next section is a little tricky because the unicorn's horn and his ears, you have to glue on the inside of the tube. So you're going to take your glue and you're going to want to put a pretty decent amount of glue in there. So I'm going to just squeeze it so that I have a nice thick line of glue, because you have 3 pieces that you need to glue in there. All right, so once you have that nice bit of glue, take your tube and let it look at you. And you're going to take that horn and put it right in that glue behind the tuft of hair. So if you look at it, it should be right between his eyes is where that horn comes up. Then the ears need to go on the left and the right of the horn, and you should still have enough glue back there. Stick the one ear to the right and the other ear to the left. And since you're gluing on a curved surface, you may have to press it down a little bit because it's not going to lay totally flat. Okay, now when I look at it, I didn't do a really good job. So I'm going to need to look at it and pull that ear up a little higher. There we go. This one needs to go over slightly to the right here. And I am getting all sticky because that glue is getting on my fingers. All right, that's pretty good. There's his horn and his ears. Now what we have left is the hair that hangs down off of this tuft, and we have 2 pieces. The big piece, the S curve at the bottom, needs to go down. And again, we want this hanging off. We don't need glue on the whole back of this piece of paper. We only need glue up here at the top. So we're just going to glue a little bit there. I'm going to slide it right in here behind that tuft of hair. Let it hang down like that. And then the other piece, also with that S curve that will go at the bottom. So you only need a little dot of glue up here at the top, just enough to make it stick to the paper. Stick to the tube, and then we're going to slide it in back behind and press it down. And so then it can wiggle in the wind, see? All right, there is my girl unicorn, my pink unicorn made out of a tube and a template that I found off the internet. So if you have a name for this beautiful unicorn, please let me know. Now, let me tell you, I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek. Next week, we're continuing with our theme of fairy tales. And what better craft to make but a dragon. And it's going to be a pretty simple one. I have one up here. He's just going to fly on in to show you guys a little sneak peek of what we're going to be making next week. So please tune in next Wednesday at 2 o'clock and help me make this craft. And again, if you want a tube and a template, if you want a craft packet, please contact the library. We would love to get it ready for you. Well, boys and girls, I hope you've enjoyed this very simple craft that you can make. This has been Miss Lisa at the Crafty Corner for Fayette County Public Library. See you next week.